Hello everybody and welcome to the West Ham My YouTube channel. It's Corey and yes, of course, it was West Ham United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. I loved it, brilliant. I mean, it wasn't the best game from West Ham. I think there were issues defensively, particularly in that second half. But actually, I was impressed by the way that West Ham pressed them from the get-go. It's exactly what I want to see against a side like Tottenham. There's no need to be afraid of them. I know they have some good players, but I think West Ham, particularly with the way that we could nullify their midfield, nullify them playing out, we could create chances for ourselves. And you feel that front four worked fantastically well. We switched to the 4-2-3-1. There were slight reservations about whether that could work and possibly will we get that ability to transition as effectively. But if you want to press from the front, by all means do it. We did it. We created a chance very, very early on. You see Jared Bowen pick it up on that right-hand side. Fantastic delivery into Mikel Antonio. And that's what you get with Mickey. Play on that shoulder, got the right space in the box. And listen, a bit of a fumble from Lloris, but you'll take it all day. You're 1-0 up against Tottenham. And to be fair, after then, I think the injury to Souček affected us. I think West Ham were pressing really effectively. We were nullifying Tottenham. We started very, very quickly. And not having that man, West Ham reverted to a bit of a low block, sat quite deep, couldn't get out as much and couldn't commit as many men forward and get further up the pitch. And I think Tottenham were able to create and grew into the game a little bit. There's a few moments, hairy moments, where they could get in behind and there were crosses into the box. And I felt like, by and large, we dealt with it quite well. I thought Dawson and Diop in this game were fantastic, by the way. Their anticipation, the defensive awareness was superb. And it's exactly what we needed. Lucas Fabianski as well pulled off some really, really quality saves, not only in just making the save, but understanding the space and awareness around him with the runners that Tottenham have and will commit forward. And listen, I think we still tried to create from deep. The transition wasn't effective enough for me. I think there was a lack of quality at times. And listen, the way that Tottenham played when they were pushing forward Reguilon, we could have got a couple of chances in there on goal. Bowen had a real clear-cut chance. Unbelievable ball from Declan Rice. He needs to be doing better. And I'm not going to... It's hard for me to criticise him because of his work rate, the credit in the bank that he has with me as a player, and the fact that he did put that cross in, but decision-making has to be better. Ball retention generally from the squad has to be better. And I guess in games like this, it shows our mentality with our consistency this season that we can overcome issues like that. We get to the second half, and I just wanted to regroup at that point because I think West Ham were a bit under the cosh. We were growing back into the game, but again, Tottenham grew into it a little bit more and we're playing for our midfield so often. And they did it throughout the game, to be fair. You know, we took the risk, we pushed the men forward, we tried to press them. And by doing that, we obviously left a lot of space in behind that they were able to exploit. And we started very quickly. Fornals picks it up on the left-hand side, over to Lingard, and it's magic by then. He gets the ball, takes it past two. Fantastic, brilliant finish. And Lingard, for me, it completely changed my opinion on him as a player. Massively intelligent in terms of on the ball, the runs in behind, the quality of the finishing. And it allows us to have that fluid front four that we can pull teams out and we can force them into a little bit of a press. And Spurs started a little bit high up and we exploited them. And it's exactly what we needed to do. It's a brilliant goal. And I think Tottenham, to be fair, made the subs that hurt us. I think West Ham still wanted to go for that third and finish off the game a little bit. And we had to when they obviously scored that corner. But, you know, I think the introduction of Gareth Bale, Doherty, the overlap on the right-hand side, Bale coming into the central pockets, getting in behind our midfield, then playing a 4-2-3-1. It was really problematic. West Ham, I think we struggled to deal with it and stop it. And it's because we were so vehement on going and pressing and winning the ball if we could nullify that. And I think the problem is when Tottenham beat that press, then they had the space. And for me, you know, I don't think Creswell had a great game. I didn't think he was massively decisive. I think he was getting a lot of issues down that right-hand side. And, you know, they get that goal. Again, it's from that set piece. And Creswell hasn't gone with Lucas Moura. Moura's an incredibly small guy for what he is. And it's a good header, I suppose, if you're looking at it from a neutral perspective. But Creswell should not be allowing Lucas Moura to get a header in there. And it changes the complexion of the game. Spurs feel like they can get something on West Ham. There was a 20-minute period, particularly before we changed the formation, where I felt that we're lacking quality going forward. We're getting pushed back. We're a bit hesitant. We're tiring in terms of the fatigue of the pressing. And Tottenham were getting so many opportunities. Bailed off the bar, hits off the post as well. Son and Kane could have got another goal. So we rode our luck. I think defensively, we were fortunate and we committed and we got exploited at times. But we rode the storm. I think that was the most important thing. I was crying for David Moyes to change that formation. There was no need to go for another winner. You know, I know it was tough, but you feel that if West Ham could have gone to that wing-back system earlier, it would have been a lot comfortable. And when we did introduce Ben Johnson into the side, it felt like our low block was good enough to deal with Tottenham. We were able to restrict their opportunities. And I think Moyes probably wanted to leave it as long as possible before getting to that stage where he felt like he had to sit back. Because you sit back, you invite Tottenham, and it's a matter of time before you feel that they can get a goal. And I think, to be fair, you know, I've got to give credit to Moyes. It's a fantastic result. You know, I think even in games where we haven't played brilliantly well, we are still churning them out. We are still a threat, defensively resolute in the end. Brilliant. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Listen, we're where we are. We're fourth in the league. We're 1 point behind United and Leicester. You know, we're 2 clear of Chelsea, as far as I know, and 9 points clear of Spurs. It's been a fantastic season. has been absolutely brilliant, and getting results like that, showing ambition in games like that, was exactly what West Ham needed to do. If we can keep these men fit going into it, if we can keep the level of consistency, there's no reason why we don't get into Europe for me. But again, we've got a tough game next week against Man City. I think we're asking a lot to go there and get a good result, because they're on a 17-match winning streak. That is for another day. I'll discuss it this week in predicted 11s. But listen, next couple of games, Leeds, Arsenal in there, maybe even United, we can get results from. We need to start, that squad needs to start believing in themselves and the quality that they have, because even when we have an off day, we're still good enough to get these type of wins. And I'm buzzing. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the West Ham Way if you're new. Loads more stuff coming up this week, including a fan's voice where we'll discuss this, preview the Man City game. I'll have a predicted 11, a tactical breakdown out for Manchester City, as well as a Premier League show on Thursday where we will discuss this and the City game. So thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Come on, you Irons. Win that London derby. Absolutely superb.